So this is a grass wickiup that I made, kind of style used by the Paiutes in the Great Plains Basin. It was also used in a lot of parts of Africa by the Bushmen. And so you start with a willow structure, and then you put grass around it. And you can wrap grass, over the ribs. But what I did is I made a loom, and then I just loomed the grass into big mats. And so you can kind of see the strings on here. And then I laid it around it. And then the roof up here is made out of reed grass, which is hollow. And when I made this, all my grass stems were alternated like this, so that's a straight wall. When I did the roof, what I did was put all the tips together, and that way it made kind of a triangle, and that way it goes around the roof. So that worked out pretty good. It's a very primitive lodge used by people all over the world. So now what I want to try and do is a hand drill fire, and this is my hand drill kit that I carry with me, and it's made out of birch bark and then wrapped in rawhide. The key to starting a fire with a hand drill is having some type of reed that's hollow, pithy in the middle. So I've got several different ones, from seep willow to cattail to mullein. And mullein grows out here on the creek bank, and it'll work just fine also to make a hand drill out of too. And then for boards, I like to use either cottonwood that I carved down and sanded flat, or else cottonwood bark. And cottonwood bark is really a soft wood. So generally you use a semi-hardwood for the spindle, and then a semi-soft wood for the base, and then you'll spin that together. So what I need to do is I'll hollow out a divot here to start out my spindle into, and then I'll get my notch figured out here a little bit. I kind of got it started already. So I'll use another piece of wood. I don't want to get it on the ground because the ground's really damp from last night. And then I'm going to shake off the end here just a little bit. You start taking yoga. I'm just going to have to do it this way. The divot's not big enough. Work it out a little more. I'll start with a little smaller one. Okay. So now I have my divot. Use a piece of Armadew for the bottom. Oops. Went out. Okay. Failure is good. Okay, I'll try a different one here. I think I got enough holes still. Ooh, a little bigger than my... Whoops. Doesn't look good. Smoking, but not much. So I'm going to change up a little bit. I think I got to start a new hole. drilled all the way through it. But I don't know if I have a coal. Yeah, I went all the way through my bark. I might have to maybe use a little thicker piece so it doesn't burn through so quick. Just live and learn. Okay. See my hole. Okay. See if third time's a charm. Ooh, we're close. Better go a little more. That was pretty close. I'll see if I can use the same hole again. Might not work though. I sure got a lot of smoke. Nope, I gotta do a new hole. Oh, look at that. That's the problem. See that? Ground is super wet. And I made the mistake of putting it on the ground. So you can see the moisture coming up in my fireboard. So that just cools it off. So that was dumb on my part. See, that one's a little damp. So maybe what I'll do is set a couple of these down for a base. And see if I can't find something to get my coal to go on. Then I'll try a piece of cottonwood. But yeah, the ground's wet from the snow. As you can see, I burned a lot of holes. There aren't a lot of people that can do one of these. And I never get discouraged because it'll eventually happen. I just got to get the right combination together so that it's going to work. Let that dry out. I have another little piece of bark here to try. So let's burn our hole again. Oxygen, fuel, and heat. Those are the keys. Yeah, I probably would have had it first time, but ground was too wet. Okay, so I burnt my hole. I should make sure the recorder's on. All right, we're still good. Lost my heat. Dang it. Whew. Now I'm just worn out. I got the sawdust and I got the heat, but it didn't go long enough. Let's try it again. Ooh, that's kind of stiff. It's too big for my hole. Alright. Yeah, I like this one. Again, I got a little bit of smoke, but I don't think enough for a coal. So I'm going to change my position and see if that'll work. My hole might be too far gone. Looks like it might be. Let's try this one. Might have just enough. Now, my hole's gone. Drilled down too far. Making great sawdust, but not getting a coal. Oh, fuck. I gotta take a fucking break. fire.